Shemai GTA fans, this is the final part of the Cayo Perico Heist guide, and we're going to do the heist solo for this guide. We've chosen the Kosatka approach with the infiltration point drainage tunnel. You'll need to scope that out before being able to access that, so make sure you have that. And the entry point is a drainage tunnel there, so that is great. For this heist, I've chosen the Kosatka because that is the easiest. Also, make sure you attach the suppressors to your weapons loadout because you want that for stealth, and because that's how we're going to be doing it solo. I think any other method solo is not going to work realistically. So I hope you do like stealth. So let's go, shall we? Like and subscribe if you're a fan of Cayo Perico. Here we are, Johnny No Mates. Obviously you can do this with friends and it will be a lot easier. So we all pile out of the submarine. I'm going to speed this bit up because there's not really much to add to it by going at normal speed, but we're heading towards this drainage grate, which we're going to use a blowtorch to burn it up. Okay, we get out our burning torch and just hover over each one until they put that red line on, until they stop glowing green, basically. And there are other methods where you can sweep across, but I don't find that very useful. I think this one seems to work the best for me. So once we're in here, we're going to just steam down this little tunnel, and that will give us access to the compound.
Perfect. As we say in Navy, you want the element of surprise? Just least
Okay.
Now, enjoy your little
As Pavel said, we have the element of surprise here, so we don't want to lose that. Now once we enter the compound, so if we're entering from the outside here, so you can enter from the land, right up to the gates there. That is another option. So this is a save point. So if you cock it up right royally, just die and then it will restart. First off, we're going to look for some guards and we're just going to snipe them. Just headshot them. Notice they've got body armor on. This is an electronic door. You need two people to open it. So solo, we basically cannot go in there to get the gold and the painting that's in there. Notice on the minimap, that's showing where your loot is. We really need the loot to be in an open area to get it. So we're going to go through this little courtyard area. Watch out for the guy with the minigun as well. The Juggernaut. You can run, there's no problems along these sections. But as soon as you get into the field of vision of another guard, you are finished. Now look at that, it's dodgy, isn't it? That is the worst shot ever, but I got away with it somehow. You've got to be careful with those and do a lot better than what I just did. But he has dropped a key. So notice the bottom right, you've got key cards, 1 of 2. Shoot that security camera definitely, because you'll need that for the exit. But we're going to use that as a way in anyway. So we need 1 more key card. Any of the guards with a red field of vision have the potential to drop key cards. Notice that guard walking away. We wanted him to be a bit closer to shoot him, because otherwise the guards will detect his dead body. So we're going to ignore him and hope he stays out of the way. This one, watch out for the railings. Whenever you're shooting between railings, make sure you've got it bang on, because if you hit the railings, they're going to duck and they're going to raise the alarm. Now, there's a guy down who walks in. There's the red. This is a red corner vision guy. Get him. So key drop there. That's what we want. Actually, the key drops up above, isn't it? Who I sniped earlier. Okay, these are all pretty easy ones. You don't have anything to worry about as long as you keep your eyes on the map. Notice the red skull guy? That's the Juggernaut. You want to avoid him at all costs. Do not engage the Juggernaut. You can no longer get one-off headshots with the Juggernaut like you used to be able to. It takes about 5 or 6, so he will raise the alarm, and more likely he'll mow you down. Right, so we got the keycard off the desk, and we also get in some extra cash there. And this is the Cayo Perico pistol, the golden gun. If you're in free mode and you see a guy lay down on the floor, so he's going to be a blue dot, When you search the body, you can get that key, but you've got to be in free mode and get the key first, obviously. Now we're going to go back down below, so we want to go and get our main loot at this point. So I jump over this little fence here. I'm not sure what this Juggernaut's up to, I don't like him. Oh, there's a guard there as well. Didn't get a clear shot. I'm not going to go that way. So if you go over this wall, we can get to one of two entrances into the main vault. So this is one way in, and I'll show you the other way in on the way out. And here's a fingerprint cloner. So for this job, you want to match them up and go down. So what we're going to do, we're going to match the top of the fingerprint every time, and then, because it's always in order, it's always in sequence. So the second one down, it'll be the second one from the top fingerprint, and the third one down will be the third one from the top fingerprint. So you just count down 1, 2, 3 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the way you do the fingerprint cloner. If you're on the harder mode, you need to do that twice. So make sure you figure that one out. It's pretty simple. Again, here's another loot location that we cannot get into because you need 2 people on these doors. If you have 2 people that start this, so this is the blowtorch again. See how useful it is? It gets us straight in. We don't need to get the bolt cutters which are on the island. Okay, you've been texted the combination, so if you've memorized that, then you input it with the ridiculous controls on the top left. W and S to turn the lock in this case. Left mouse click to select. Now we've got the bearer bonds. So this is your main loot. Notice the loot bag is completely empty on the bottom right there. Right, I'm going to show you the way out. We turn right every time when we go out. Now we're going to unlock this gate. This is also a way in, so you could use the way in as the way out. So that would make things simpler. Notice the gold there, we're not going to get that because we cannot access it. Just keep going straight ahead. Shoot that guard if you want to, but ideally if you're not too confident, don't shoot him, just sneak by. It's easy enough, you don't need to shoot them all. It's not like Pokemon, you don't need to shoot them all. Okay, that guard's pretty safe out of there, we can just crack on. So you go up this gate and you press E and that gives you the exit. And you're going to get out easily. So that's us out of the compound. We're through to another save point at this point. But we have an empty pouch. We have 2 options on the other side. So we either run for the sea and we make a swim for it. You can do this even without the wetsuit, because if you have 20 rebreathers, you can swim underwater and escape guards. So I'll show you the routes on the top right on exactly how you want to get to the sea most efficiently. If you complete this heist within 15 minutes, you get the elite challenge. So we're still on for a potential elite challenge. So snipe this guy out with the motorbike and get on the bike. But first I'm going to snipe, there's 3 other guards. He's easy, but the 2 that are close together, you've got to be pretty quick. And there's also a security camera as well. Notice that guard that's over there, that's where the helicopter is. If you have time, go over and put some sticky bombs on the helicopter. But that can also trip you up as well. So I'm not going to do that this time, I'm just going to go straight in. Also, the helicopter will launch anyway, and you do not want to blow it up, because it will alert the guards that you're here. Notice the bushes and trees. On the small bushes it's very easy to be knocked off your motorbikes, but the trees do offer you some cover against the helicopter. But ideally just keep on nailing it along this ridge as I'm going here. And this will bring you to the main dock. So now we're at the main dock, there's millions of guards. So we're going to make our way around. You're going to have to covertly snipe the guards. I don't know how I didn't wake him up there with this motorbike, but here's the shed that's going to give us a bit more loot. Because we want to fill our bag to get the elite challenge, but I wouldn't worry about the elite challenge. this early on in the game, if this is your first heist, just fill your bag as nicely as possible and worry more about alerting the guards, because the guards are what will get you. Now, in the optional prep, we have killed the buzzards, so we're not going to see buzzards if we alert the guards. But if you've not done that, then you might be in trouble if the buzzards come out. Okay, we'll go back to our main weapon, our rifle, because it's much better. And we'll see what we can snipe from a distance. Try and get as much done as you can sniping wise. If you see a safe shot, then take it. That security camera up there, we could shoot that as well on our exit. Now, loot locations. This is why it's important to scope out the main dock. So we've got money in 2 locations there. There goes the camera. Now, over the other end, you can just swim across to get to that far end loot, and I think that's what we're going to do. Loot is an Indian word derived from lut, if you're interested. Okay, we'll just snipe out this guy. So these two are quite close together, they're going to be difficult. There's another guy. It's hard to tell because you also have the non-combatants. Look for the weapon, obviously, that's the guard. If you can't be sure, then don't take the shot, because you don't want to alert the guards, basically. And you don't want to waste time shooting NPCs that you don't need to. So you can see the other 2 guards over there. Oh, that was lucky, wasn't it? Okay, we're in the water, and we're going to swim to the other side.
The water is full of attack boats. You will need to be careful.
If at this point we'd alerted the guards, you can just get in the water and swim for it, or you can get in a boat and drive for it. The boat might be the easier option if you've got a boat nearby. Okay, we're going to check out this loot. Now, this is the first time I've done the heist solo, so you'll have to forgive me for this schoolboy error, as it were. But you'll see what I mean in a minute. If there's multiplayer and you need extra loot, this is an ideal location. I don't know where this guard is, I can't see him. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm also trying to figure out how to get in this compound, but look what happens when you're in one player. The actual lever doesn't seem to work properly. Normally it would just open. I mean, I don't know if this is a recent fix because I've not done it solo before, or whether this is standard. I'm not comfortable with this guard. I'm gonna go in the back, see if I can snipe him out. At the end of the day, I think we've pretty much failed the elite challenge at this point, because we've done too much messing around, but I think it's of more value to fill our bags. Okay, we got him nicely. You have to watch that helicopter, he's always moving around. You need to make sure you get into cover when he flies over. The longer we leave it, the more likely that is to happen. So let's try this bloody lever again, because it just did not work. And okay, there it is, it opens, right? And then goes back down again. So let's press and hold. Press E and hold it to open the storage gate. Okay, we've held it. And it goes right to the top. You let go and it goes back down. So basically, it's only multiplayer. And I don't understand that at this point, so I keep pressing it to be sure. But it's not going to happen, is it? So we need to go to the other loot location, and we're not in an ideal location for that now, because we could have done it a lot easier from the other side of the bank. But we are going to have to go from here now. So there it is. Look at that guy sneaking around. We'll get the old flame torch on these chains, and then we'll be in. What are these guys on about? NPCs tend to crack off, but they don't seem to alert the guards. Okay, there's a guard. There's a corner vision coming towards us. We'd better do this quick. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but let's just do it. Let's just go with it. It's too late to make it. There he is. He's creeping around. So he's on alert, and there's also a car coming. Okay, so I see what happened. There's a car coming, so we need to hide. We need to stay in cover until he has passed. Okay, good. I'm having trouble with these gates. Okay, he's down. Now we're going to get to a boat. You see the white boat emblem on the minimap? There's plenty of boats, so we just head to and get into one of them. I don't know what happened there.
I think Mr. Rubio has your
Okay,
position.
our boat's a bit of a distance away, but we can still get in it.
By the sounds of it, Mr. Rubio is getting back in his helicopter. Watch out!
Okay, it's not bad. Once we're in the boat, we're off. Okay, these are pretty quick, and you should be able to outrun the helicopter. Oh, for Christ's sake. Should be able to outrun the helicopter, I say. A few attack boats on the outside as well there, but we've done it really. It's as simple as that really. If I was going to do it again, I'd probably just take the first lot of loot I got, you know, from that shed. And that's the easiest one to get, and then Foxtrot Oscar. This helicopter's still with us, but I could try and shoot him out with my pistol, but I don't think it's going to have much of an impact on a helicopter. And this is why I could have loaded it up with sticky bombs and blown it up. Okay, so yeah, if you found that useful, do like and subscribe. But now we're going to see a nice end to the heist. How's about that then? All that remains is to see how much money I made, of course. This is the best way of making money in GTA Online. And this is why. 1.38 million for not a lot of work really. An hour 15 maybe, that's how long it took me. Some people do it in an hour. And I got a platinum as well for completing that. I'm going to show you another solo approach as well at some point in the future. I've not nailed that one yet, so give me a bit of time to figure that one out. But an approach using a different method other than the Kosatka is what I have in mind. But if you found that video useful, then do like and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Oh, and by the way, don't worry if it kicks you out of online and back into story mode, because if you log back in, you will get the money.